Hi, I'm Teresa Frosini.
And I'm Kyle Noonan, and this is Local Fare.
It's one of the most commonly asked questions, but it can also be one of the most difficult to answer. What do you want to eat tonight? Well, that's where we come in. We invite 3 everyday diners to suggest their favorite restaurant, then let you in on the conversation as the other 2 talk about their experience.
That's right, Teresa. No professional restaurant critics here, just ordinary people like you and me. We've got a lot brewing on the menu tonight, so let's see what's cooking this week right here on Local Fare. So as always, we're here at Bowl & Barrel, where you can get house-made specialties and a boutique bowling experience all rolled into one. So whether it's a private party or a date night, Bowl & Barrel is a place you absolutely won't forget. And it's the place for our guest reviewers to talk about this week's restaurants. So here's Teresa with this week's guests.
Okay, so this week we brought in 3 people from the DFW area who suggested their favorite restaurant for the others to go visit, come back here, and tell us what they think. Our guests this week are Pamela White, who works in human resources and is from Grapevine. She suggested FnG Eats. Alex Young is a PR consultant from Dallas who suggested Mexican Sugar. And Holly Cortero, a fashion stylist, also from Dallas, who wanted the group to try Seabreeze Fish Market and Grill.
So we'll start off this week with a place where locally sourced, upscale comfort food creates exciting home-style favorites, and where every dish is served with a big helping of hometown hospitality.
Hi, my name is Bob Stevenson, and I'm the chef owner at FnG Eats in Keller, Texas, located at 201 Town Center Lane, Suite 1101. Well, FnG Eats kind of was born out of what some folks would call comfort food. I think comfort food now has been a little bit stretched far out. I'd like to say we're more new American. We've just come up with all kinds of different concoctions that push those things together and play with your palate. We're in a situation where we're not a chain restaurant, and people are so used to eating chain and having the same thing year in, year out, that it's good and refreshing to them that we're able to make those seasonal changes. And we're bringing things from the farmer's market, and we're bringing things from that are sourced local that they don't get enough of in this area. It's a very comfortable place to be, very relaxing type of atmosphere, and you have the food that works with that, the cocktails that work with that. It's some place where you can feel comfortable coming, and it's kind of like a home away from home.
Okay, Pam, FnG Eats. Talk a little bit about this restaurant and why you like it.
This is an amazing restaurant. We've been going there ever since it's opened, about 2 weeks into it. It's got great concept. It's got an open kitchen, a nice bar. The food is amazing. I think we've probably tried everything that's on the menu so far. They have great slow roasted pork rib. There's so much flavor to it. One of their newest things that's awesome is a hickory roasted chicken with a 7 pasta penne. It's amazing.
Did you try that one, Alex?
Yeah, we tried that out, and I mean, I love pastas or anything. I mean, it was just really delicious, and it seemed like they got a lot of stuff from local farmers as well.
Bob Stevenson goes to the Keller Farmers Market and pulls his little red wagon with him, so I think that's kind of fun.
He has his red wagon that he takes with him, and that's kind of his signature thing that he does. He comes to the tables, you know, every time, kind of greets us and visits with us if he has the opportunity, and he tells us about all the things that they're doing in the communities. And I think last weekend he had like 7 events that the restaurant did. So they're very involved in the community, which is wonderful. So other than having a great experience in the restaurant when you go eat, it's just wonderful to see how involved they are locally.
But I like the jack there. It's like an appetizer, and it's kind of like pimento cheese, which I like from my childhood. But it's jalapeno, Granny Smith apples, and cheddar cheese. So it's kind of an interesting combination. You do it with chips. Yeah, it's like a dip. It's like an appetizer.
What they do is they serve it on one big plate, and that's on one side. And now there is it's sun-dried tomatoes and a cheese blend, and it's
which they changed because I went a while back actually, and they used to serve it with guacamole, but the jack is what it's all I like it.
We had the fried cheese. It was really good.
Fried cheese.
Yeah, the fried goat cheese.
So
those are good appetizers.
What style of food would you say that this is? I mean, I heard some guacamole. We hear the pimento cheese. Does it have a style to it, or?
It really doesn't have a style. It's just very upscale, comfort type food. Because they have pork chops that are apple stuffed Gruyere cheese. They have Like fish and chips.
And the Cuban sandwich is really good. It's got pulled pork and the ham and the pickles, and it's all kind of grilled together. It's really good.
It's such a cool space too. I mean, you walk in there and it's very like inviting, very well done.
Now, is this a place that you would go to? Like, is it, as far as for value, is this something that you only go once a month to? Is this like a every day you could go, or a standard for a staple place for you?
You could go every day. I think we go probably once every 2 weeks or so.
Okay, yeah.
And if it's in everyone's kind of realm of bring your family, bring your friends, go for a date, I think it's just a welcoming environment.
Now, you had mentioned you had the chicken. What other things did you try when you were there, Alex?
So we tried the pork chop, and that was awesome. The Gruyere inside of that, just kind of oozing out of it, the cheese falling out of there. We also tried the bread pudding, and then we started with the fried goat cheese, which, you know, anything fried and cheesy goodness, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. And the service was super quick. Everyone, the waiters really got to know their tables, and for a comfort place, that's the kind of experience you expect. It's very down to earth. Everyone knows each other, and the local aspect is really great to see as well.
And was there a long wait, or is this a place you make reservations at, or?
I've never had a wait, but again, I've only been for lunch. But what I will say, they have excellent cocktails too. We haven't talked about those.
Let's talk about them.
Well,
what did you like? Is it a specialty cocktail that you have?
They have specialty cocktails, but of course you can get anything you want. But they're fun. You know, I think the chef Bob Stevenson, who I have worked with him for years. I met him years ago. He's full of personality, and I think his restaurant, his menu, and definitely the drinks are that way as well.
Wow. All right. So, any downside? Was there anything that you didn't like as much there?
So as a downtown resident, it's a little bit outside of my bubble, but what I would encourage people to realize is that sometimes those great restaurants, those hidden gems, you go a little bit outside of your normal area just to kind of venture out, and what he's done with it is something that I think is really special, and that people, it's worth the drive, it's worth a little bit of a commute to get there, but it was
to get the
overall,
cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything with cheese and fried,
gosh.
it's worth
totally
the drive.
Worth it. Totally worth it.
And this is in Keller, is that right? Yes, this is in Keller. So a little bit of a drive for some, but like you said, definitely worth it. Let's rate this one, okay? On a scale from 1 to 5, I know you chose it, but how would you rate this? 5 the highest, 1 the lowest?
I've got to give it a 5. I've never had anything that I did not like there, and service is great. You can walk in, they're busy, never have a wait. So it's awesome. I get a 5, definitely.
Perfect. Alex?
It's pretty good. I'd probably give it 4 to 4.5 stars. Just overall a great experience. Yeah.
I would say the same as Alex, but 4, 4.5. It's not perfect, but it's really good food.
Okay.
It's a good experience.
Sounds great. Well, thank you, Pam, for recommending it. When we come back, we'll visit a place that's redefining Mexican food with a spoonful of sugar. Stay with us.
High quality and just with a great Mexican spirit behind it.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening, and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back to Local Fare, where we take 3 regular DFW restaurant goers, have them suggest their favorite restaurant, have the other 2 go for a visit, and then they all come back and tell us what they think. Alex Young says at Mexican Sugar, intoxicating Latin rhythms meld with local ingredients to set the stage for definitive Mexican comfort food.
Hi, I'm Eric Justice, Managing Culinary Partner for Mexican Sugar at the Shops of Legacy. Mexican Sugar is our take on modern Latin and Mexican cuisine. We're taking authentic ingredients and authentic technique and making them in a way that are approachable, fresh, and light for the guest. There's some pretty basic things that I think they would already get and understand. The other great part about what we're doing here is it's live mesquite wood. We're imparting a whole lot of rich, smoky flavor on it. The bar just has a really great energy level to it. I think what really sets our drinks apart is all the fresh juices. All of our cocktails really have this bright, fresh essence to them. The atmosphere is great. We really wanted to go for kind of a combination of old and new. Very warm, sexy, sultry, lots of reds. You immediately walk in and feel this energy level to the place that makes you want to stay here.
Okay, Alex, let's talk about Mexican Sugar. I love the name of the restaurant.
Funny name, great food. It's a new concept up in Plano at the Shops of Legacy. Really great Tex-Mex food, 20 cocktails on tap. I mean, you name it, this place is covering it. They've got awesome sandwiches. The arepas are really good. They've got some really great shredded pork on top. You walk into this place and you feel like you're walking into like a Mexican cantina, long bar, very inviting. But the thing that we love about it is that it's just all-encompassing, like family-friendly. You can go in there for dinner. They've got lunch now, great patio. But the food itself, with the cocktails and with all the other different types of food they have, with the tortas and the skirt steak is one of our favorites. And even down to the desserts, like it's just a great experience. And it's a great area too. It's very bustling up there. So Mexican Sugar has become one of our fast favorites, even though it's fairly new.
Gotcha.
So,
now, I know we talked about cocktails at the last one. This one on tap. Like, did you get?
I did not know that they were on tap. That's really cool.
Yeah, the
but I
chicha
do know
sour.
that they use fresh juices because you can taste them. It's all really fresh flavored. And actually, you know, my husband and I got cocktails, and we had our 3 kids with us, and they offered fresh juice for them, like orange juice or pineapple. They all got fresh pineapple juice. They thought, and they served it in like a glass. They were in heaven. They thought it was the best thing ever.
And you're like, I don't know if that's smart. Don't give them
I
glasses.
don't know. Yeah, but they loved it.
Now,
So.
was this your first time to ever try Mexican
was.
Sugar? And so what did you think when you first walked in? Tell me about the
Oh,
atmosphere.
it's bustling. We went on a Saturday night, and it was busy. They were on quite a wait because it's the place to be now, kind of up in that area. And I live in Plano, so that's kind of my neck of the woods. So it's fun to find a new restaurant that was in the area that's got a fun scene. And it was fun. There were a lot of people waiting. The waiting area is really cool. They have these hanging kind of tables from the sea. It's really fun.
they've got this really great drink that has an ice cube that's made out of the same liquor that goes into the drink. So as it melts, it kind of infuses the drinks.
So we had a cocktail that was grapefruit. It was very good. It was awesome.
My husband had that one, the grapefruit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good. Actually,
good.
really mild. I had the one that had watermelon and Serrano infused tequila.
Ooh, I love
A little bit of
cocktails.
spice cocktail. Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
All right, let's talk food. What did you guys order?
We did the queso, which is awesome, the white queso.
It's white queso. It's so
it was so good. But then for appetizer, there was the corn cakes that had, I think, the shredded beef on it. So much flavor in there. It's just like all these different flavors just kind of explode when you taste it. It was
Those are the
awesome.
arepas, and they are very good. We had those as well.
My favorite was the skirt steak. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then, of course, we talked about this avocado cake. Hello. That was
Avocado cake.
It made me a
wonderful.
believer. I was really skeptical of the fact that you could put avocado and chocolate into a dessert and make it tasty, but they said it's
Do you taste
one
the
of the top
avocado?
sellers.
We called our waitress over and went, okay, what part of the cake has the avocado in it? She is actually in the cake part, and it makes it moist and makes it
moist.
wonder.
That's how it
It's
would be.
wonderful.
Got the mousse in there.
Yes, it's
We
very
didn't actually
good.
do the chocolate. We did the cuatro leches cake. So it was not tres
Quattro
leches. Yeah,
leches.
yeah, exactly.
Well, if Trace is good, Quattro's
Yeah.
better.
Actually, no,
Yep.
you know what? It was cinco leches. There were 5. That's what I'm like,
wow.
cinco leches cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you guys eat? I know you talked about the appetizers.
So
What'd
my
you do for
husband
your
had the beef tenderloin tacos, and they were so good. Like, I love the radish, and they serve this side. It's shredded Brussels sprouts. It's almost like a slaw. I also got the grilled pork chop, and it was really good. It's kind of mild. I mean, it's a pork chop. It's not like, in your face, but it was really good.
Now, I know you said you took the kids there. Kid-friendly for little kids as far as foods?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, they had a kids menu, and it was pretty affordable. Came with the drink, which for me is always kind of a big thing.
Yeah.
And my daughter got like the chicken soft tacos, and it was the pulled chicken from the rotisserie chicken inside. It was really good. I would have eaten this.
All right, so let's rate this one. A scale of 1 to 5. How would you rate this
I
one?
would give it a 4 to 4.5. I mean, it was really good. I liked the atmosphere. It was a lively place to be.
Sure.
And I really liked the decor and everything. It was really fun.
Okay. How about for you, Ben?
I would give it a 4.
Okay.
It was great atmosphere. The food was good. For me, it was, we got there at 6 o'clock. There was an hour and a half wait already at 6 o'clock, and they don't take reservations.
They don't take
so
reservations. So
in that regard, I give it a 4. It's still
Gotcha.
awesome. Definitely go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. Alex, I know you
I'll say
love
4.5.
Okay.
We'll get that other half star once the weather warms up a little bit. We
patio.
get into the summer season, and I can sit in the patio and enjoy a drink. We'll be good.
Perfect. All right, well, thanks for recommending
Yeah,
it. Thank
absolutely.
you. Okay, when we come back, we'll visit a place where fresh is never frozen, and you can find the very best in quality seafood.
And it kind of sells the whole idea of what we are, which is as fresh a fish as we can find.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bull and Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening, and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bull and Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back. Our last restaurant was suggested by Holly Cortero, who says, don't be surprised when Plano's Sea Breeze Fish Market and Grill lures you in, because this is one place where fresh seafood is just a cast away.
So I'm Mark Alterman, the president and major owner.
I'm Rick Orch, fishman and other owner of Sea Breeze Fish Market and Grill.
Here in Plano, Texas. We call it casual elegance. It's good, high-quality food, cooked well, presented beautifully, but you can wear shorts and flip-flops if you want to, because that's how we are. We don't like tablecloths. We don't like waiters with ties. It should be fun. It's the beach. You know?
Great fish in a casual atmosphere. Basically, we have a chef-at-home case, a fresh fish market, and we serve lunch and dinner.
The market shows everybody what they're getting. By selling market and restaurant, we keep the variety full. We keep the case turned over. The fish stays nice and fresh.
You know, we buy most everything whole and fillet it here. We have the freshest fish in town.
Okay, Holly, let's talk about Sea Breeze Grill, right?
Fish Market Grill,
Fish
yes.
Market Grill, okay.
Well, I think that's an important distinction because they have a fish market where you can go in and actually buy seafood to take home, and it's always fresh. That's the thing that I like the most about Sea Breeze is they fly in food every day. Fresh seafood, never frozen, always fresh, and they're very selective about what they serve. So if it's not what they want, they won't buy it, you won't get it. So I do like that. And that's, I think the key to going there is getting something that's off the special menu. So whatever is fresh for the day, that's what you should order when you go in. Now they have a great full-time menu, and let's talk about the lobster rolls because we were talking about them earlier.
I was really already just waiting, ready to talk about them. I mean, I love a good like fresh lobster roll, and this is, you can taste that it's flown in daily, like you said. You can, the mix of ingredients on the hot buttered roll, it's just awesome. It's really, really good.
The lobster just would melt in your mouth. It was just incredible.
So everybody had the lobster roll.
We had the salmon too.
It's an award winner for them. And I will say, I did find out that they fly the bread in from somewhere because you can't really put it on a local bread because it's not the same as like a New England lobster roll.
But
she goes,
the
okay.
clam chowder was my absolute favorite. I would go back there just for a big bowl of clam chowder.
Yes.
It was awesome. It was creamy. It was just so much flavor, and the clams.
We tried the salmon as well whenever we were there speaking to the specials they had. It was like a teriyaki salmon that was really good with the wild rice. And
it's wild salmon too. It's not, they always do.
Now, is this a lunch, dinner? Are they open for both?
Both.
Okay.
And that's one of the things I like about it. So really, you know, a lot of people, you think you're going to go out for seafood and it's got to be a big fancy meal. This is very kind of laid back casual. Nice. So you could go in jeans and I mean, you'd be just fine. Or if you wanted something like a date night, you could go out a little more dressed and be fine. At night, it's a little more intimate, but during the day, it's just, you know, just like a neighborhood thing. And it's very kid friendly. They actually have a kids menu where they do fish sticks, but they're whole pieces of fish.
That's where we do our family Friday nights. Like we'll just go there and the whole family can go and eat.
Really?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the wait on this one. Now, the last restaurant, it was a long wait. How about this one if you go at night?
We went on a Thursday evening. We walked right in and we got service. And can I say also the service is incredible. We had a waiter and we purposely asked a lot of questions, recommendations, everything. He was just on point every single thing. He was so knowledgeable. It was wonderful that he was able to give us that feedback. And his recommendations were wonderful.
It's like a family-owned place too.
Yeah,
so
the owners
you
are
get that
usually
feel
there.
of every single server is part of the bigger picture in the family, so it's very personal.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned it's a fish market as well, so you can actually go in there, purchase a piece of
fish and take it
raw
home
fish.
and cook it yourself, and they actually sell their sauces as well. So if you really like something and you don't feel like going out to eat, you can actually take it all home.
sauce, I'd love to.
Yes, and you can buy that there.
He's like, I'd love to have some
I'd
of
put
that.
that on anything. Yeah, it's so good.
Did y'all try the Chipotle mashed potatoes?
I did not
They were
have
so
those.
good. It's like when you take a bite of them, they're like, oh, it's good. And then all of a sudden that Chipotle kicks in. It's like, ooh, Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got a little kick to it.
Yes.
They're very, very good. So
I like their
would
fish
think that.
tacos as well for like a menu staple, like a lunch thing that's maybe not one of the specials for the day. They're very good.
Sounds like this was definitely a win.
Oh, it definitely was.
I know you said you'd go back alone for the clam
just
chowder.
there's a
How
clam
would
chowder.
you rate this one?
I'm gonna give it 4.5, definitely.
Okay. And a smile. 4.5
Yes,
and a smile.
the clam chowder and the crab cakes were awesome. Those were my 2 favorite things that we had there. So
Perfect.
4.5.
Alex?
I'm gonna give it 4. I thought the service was great. I thought the attention to detail with kind of keeping things local and fresh and having things shipped in daily is really, really something that people should go and take notice of and
Excellent.
make the trip out there.
Excellent. I know you love it.
I love it. I'll give it a 4.5. Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
It's really, and again, it's nothing fancy. It's just really good seafood in a neighborhood environment, which I love.
All right, Holly, thanks. 2 perfect things. Love it. All right, when we come back, our restaurant expert Kyle Noonan and I will recap the 3 restaurants we discussed this week and tell you about next week's visits. Stay with us.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
All right, Kyle, I was starving from talking about these 3 restaurants.
I'm working up an appetite myself.
Fresh food, it sounds like every single one of them, and none of them got below a 4.
You know, you pointed out the freshness. That seems to be an emphasis on the way the consumer is eating now. The other thing that I've noticed, especially you see it with seafood, which you understand that, FnG Eats has this theme, but then also Mexican Sugar, they all have a lighter fare. You know, Mexican Sugar, for example, people typically think of Tex-Mex or Mexican as this kind of gut-busting, you need to wear your stretchy pants kind of thing when you go eat.
Do you wear your stretchy pants?
I have stretchy pants. It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
But you know, you go to Mexican Sugar, and it's actually kind of a lighter, cleaner, healthier way to eat. You know, even down to the dessert.
They also talked about shredded Brussels sprouts, and I just wonder, how do these restaurants and chefs continue to make up this new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you get people that do this for a living. They cook for a living, and they do it for years and years and years. And like at Mexican Sugar, the chef Eric, I've known him for a long time. He and I have worked together before, and he's a talented guy and a very committed guy, and he just goes back there and starts tinkering around in the kitchen just like an artist would with a canvas or a musician would with a guitar. And they sometimes you get I call them happy accidents.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just stumble upon things that are pretty cool.
Well, I'll tell you, we stumbled upon 3 pretty cool restaurants.
Absolutely.
Can't wait for next week. All right, let's talk about next week, because next week on Local Fare, we visit 3 more Dallas-Fort Worth hotspots, all suggested and reviewed by viewers just like you.
And if you would like to be a guest on Local Fare, visit our website at localfaredfw.com and click on Be a Guest Reviewer. That's all for this week. Thanks for joining us, and get out and enjoy your local fare. We'll see you next week.